A single mother. $500. A folding table. And a box of colorful gemstones. Most people would have called it a hobby. 20 years later, it became a billion-dollar empire. Her name is Kendra Scott. Today, her company is in Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's, and Target, employing thousands of people, over 95% of them women. If you've ever felt like you're starting too small, too late, or with too little, stick around. Because her story is proof that empires don't start with funding. They start with a decision. Welcome back to Her Empire Story, the channel where we break down how women built the businesses that changed industries. Today we're diving into Kendra Scott, the jewelry designer who turned a bedroom hustle into one of America's most beloved lifestyle brands. We're going to unpack 3 lessons from her journey, lessons you can actually apply, whether you're building a company or just building your confidence. Let's get into it. Start before you're ready. Bootstrap the beginning. In 2002, Kendra didn't have a warehouse or website. What she had was a simple problem. She couldn't find affordable, colorful gemstone jewelry, so she decided to make it herself. She hand-wired her first pieces on that card table, then physically walked her designs into Austin boutiques, one door at a time, asking shop owners to take a chance on her. That's the part people skip when they tell success stories, the unglamorous grind of knocking on doors with a shoebox of samples. There was no algorithm to hack, no viral moment. Just persistence, one yes at a time. Real-world example. Compare that to Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx, who famously drove around Neiman Marcus stores herself, trying to get buyers to notice her product before she had any outside funding. Both women share the same starting move. They didn't wait for permission or capital. They used what they had, right where they were, and let the product prove itself. The lesson here is simple. Your resources will always feel insufficient at the start. Build anyway. But here's what nobody talks about. This is exactly where most entrepreneurs quit. Patience is a growth strategy, not a weakness. Here's something wild. Kendra didn't take her first outside investment until more than a decade after she started. While plenty of founders rushed to give up equity for quick cash, she waited. She wanted to keep creative control over her brand's voice and culture before bringing in outside money. That patience got tested hard in 2009, during the financial crisis, when her revenue reportedly dropped sharply in a single year. Instead of retreating, she made a bold, counterintuitive move. She opened her first physical retail store. That store became the model for the color bar concept, an interactive station where customers design their own custom jewelry in real time. It turned shopping into an experience, not just a transaction. Real-world example. Think about how Netflix pivoted from DVDs to streaming right as the market shifted. Instead of shrinking during a downturn, they expanded into a new format. Kendra did something similar on a smaller scale. She used a crisis year to invest in an idea nobody had tried yet. Then came the moment that changed everything. By 2016, investors valued the company at over $1 billion. The woman who once sold jewelry door to door had officially built an empire, becoming one of only a small number of women in the US at the time to hold the title of founder of a billion-dollar company. The takeaway? Growing slowly on your own terms can beat growing fast on someone else's. Purpose isn't a marketing add-on, it's the engine. This might be the most important part of Kendra's story. Her very first business, before the jewelry company, was a hat boutique she opened at just 19 years old, created to support her stepfather as he battled cancer. He didn't survive, but before he passed, he told her something that became her life's compass. Do good. She built that phrase into the DNA of her jewelry company. A portion of revenue funds programs supporting women, children's health, and education. Her Kendra Cares initiative brings that same customizable jewelry making experience directly into pediatric hospitals, giving kids a creative outlet during hard hospital stays. Over the years, the company and foundation have contributed tens of millions of dollars to causes like these. Real-world example. Look at Tom's shoes and their one-for-one giving model, or Patagonia's environmental activism. Both prove that purpose-driven business isn't charity tacked onto profit, it's a growth engine. Customers don't just buy the product, they buy into the mission behind it. Kendra didn't add purpose after she got successful. She built it in from day one, and that's exactly why customers stayed loyal for over 2 decades. So let's bring it together. Kendra Scott built her empire on 3 pillars. She started with what she had instead of waiting for what she needed, she chose patience over quick cash, and she baked purpose into the business model from the very first hat she sold. She didn't start with connections. She didn't start with millions. She started with courage. And sometimes, that's all it takes to build an empire. If this story lit a fire under you, hit subscribe, because every week on Her Empire Story, we break down another woman who built something from nothing, so you can steal the strategy and apply it to your own journey. Drop a comment below. Which lesson from Kendra's story hit you the hardest, starting small, staying patient, or leading with purpose? I read every single comment, and I want to hear your story too. See you in the next one.